McBride, baby. Let's go, son.
Are they eyeing running back? Can we get McBride?
Oh. So Dallas trades up, first pick of round 6 at pick 178. Then
hopefully they got rid of their. Hopefully that's for the Rams.
No, I know.
Oh, but let's hope that they traded their 7th away so that we can just wrap this before.
we're all
I gotta go look at what that trade is. Yeah.
Because we broke the stream there for a second. We are on. I don't even know what hour we're on, but we've been going the whole
Since
time.
9, you guys hopped on.
Oh,
That's
okay.
only 3.5 hours,
This is great. We're all going to experience Dallas Cowboys
Trading up.
6th round first pick for the trade up.
And I was just shitting on them, remember?
Yeah, they never trade up.
I know.
I will say this though, Turpin needs to be just used in plays more, just in general, so that every time he's on the field, we talked about this with Bryson, every time he's on the field, you know, like, okay, Turpin's going to get the ball because he only comes on the field when they're going to try a trick play with him. So they need to get him on the field more, just running streaks down the field.
It's more of a gadget. He's more than just a gadget guy, AJ. He is. He's a guy that can catch the ball and really be effective, but they have to trust him.
Yes.
Okay, so the pick is in. I'm going to drop the ticker off the screen so that we can have some sort of sense of excitement.
Yeah, don't you ticker
The pick
us.
is in.
The pick is
If Ant
in.
gets so Alex didn't get Charbonnet, which we wanted. I didn't get my man DTR. Crack him if you got him.
If you got him, son.
Ant's gonna fucking get McBride. Ant is gonna get the player that he's been talking about our entire mock drafts. And
hope
it's gonna
so.
be disgusting.
I hope they go running back here, and I hope they pick McBride. He's a perfect complement to Tony Pollard. This would be awesome.
Or do you think they're trading up for Deuce Vaughn?
AJ will bury Grant off set. if they
AJ will
take
bury
Deuce
Grant
Vaughn.
off the set.
I'm just looking to see where we first drafted McBride.
What did we give up? What did we give up to move up into the 2nd round or the 6th round? Sorry.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I can't see that. I'm gonna.
They'll announce.
Twitter.
They usually will announce it right after
Yeah, the pick was taken. I think.
of what they
go-
gave up.
Let me see if I can look it up for you.
But Barry Grant, don't you dare spoil who they picked.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
And if they did keep the 7th round, well, fuck, we got a long wait till our next pick.
I know. It doesn't look like they say it, but yeah, Barry, if you can find it,
I don't think they usually announce it until after. Yeah. I mean, that could just be a nice early day.
Maybe take a nap.
Maybe Chiefs just gave us a favor and said straight up, just
You know what? Hey,
we'll drop back.
you guys haven't been getting too many picks up this
Maybe
early.
we traded them Boss Man Fat and just swapped
please.
picks.
So just while we're waiting for this, sorry.
She was
Oh
just
no, I was just
laughing.
the coffee and fat.
Yeah, we all want to trade away Boss Man Fat.
We did like 11 mock drafts leading up to it, and one of the boys who was always on our
Eric
our
Scott
sites.
Jr., cornerback, Southern Miss.
Okay.
So this isn't a bad
That's not
spot
it.
to take a cornerback because realistically,
Not a running back.
Not a running back. So again, you're seeing that we're really targeting the defense.
Yeah.
I don't love it. I don't hate it. Obviously, the Cowboys see something in this guy to move up to grab him.
Maybe they did trade away Boss Man Fat for the quarterback. Hey, we're gonna pick a quarterback. Get Boss Man Fat out of here.
Just put him in the deal. Put him in the deal.
Well, there you go.
Okay, so we traded a 2024 4th round pick for that pick.
So they really like this guy. They really like this guy.
That's no bueno.
They really like this dude.
But maybe he's good.
Hopefully he's good.
Let's go around round table. What do you think? I guess let me pull up some stats on this guy.
AJ will read some of his stats so that we can see what type of boy Eric Scott Jr. is.
Don't forget they got Deron Bland last year late. So they obviously have a way to pick some gems in the later rounds.
Yeah, at least on the defensive side, it seems like Dan Quinn has a way of just getting the absolute most out of these guys. So,
I think they're more confident picking defensive players. They've shown the ability to be able to pick defensive players. I don't necessarily believe that they have a knack for offensive talent because we swung and missed with Tolbert really bad.
Hey Barry, you don't know that yet. Come on, give the kid at least a second. Give him a second training camp.
I'm writing him off already, and he's a bum. He's a bum.
Lined up offside. Come on, it's not like a couple of drop passes.
True.
Man, the man couldn't even dress and then got into a game and lined up off sides. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm just trying to be I'm trying to be optimistic with it because I feel like that's the reason they haven't targeted wide receiver is they still have hope for their 3rd round pick from 2022. Yeah, he had a couple bonehead things he did last year. Barely got on the field, and when he did, he completely fucked up. But I think the reason the Cowboys haven't targeted a wide receiver is because they think he can still be a contributor on the team.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're very confident in his year 2 development. So
I have more faith in Simi Fehoko than Tolbert. Honestly.
Really?
Yes. I think if Simi hadn't gotten injured, I think we would have seen him just like grow and keep contributing more and more over the course of the season. Because so far during his time with the team, he has he started off on practice squad, came onto the 53-man roster, started making contributions on special teams. Then he finally got on the field, and it's not like he did anything terrible. It's just he wasn't the main target. Okay. But, for the few games that he was active in before he was injured, he did his job. He was in the right place, made a few catches, got a few yards. Okay. So I feel like had he been able to keep growing off that momentum, we would have seen him become like a really valued member of the receiving corps. Just he got hurt. It was an injury he couldn't play with. It's a shoulder injury. Literally couldn't lift his arm above parallel. So, like, what was he supposed to do? And that was before the season was halfway over. But now that he's healed and he's back and he's working out, we've seen him in the Dak yard with Dak and the guys.
Yep.
I have high hopes for Simi Fehoko this season.
Hey, now to be honest, I don't give a fuck who ends up being the wide receiver 4. Just one of you two between Fehoko and Tolbert. One of you figure it out,
right?
And get out there and be productive. Be that guy with the one-on-one matchup that's going to kill teams. I don't care if it's our 3rd pick or our 6th pick from 4 or 3 or 2 years ago, whatever it was. Right. Just one of you two better show up to play because the Cowboys have shown they have trust in these guys by not drafting a wide receiver.
And look,
absolutely,
the opportunity is there. Like, you're not going to get a much better set of 3 wide receivers ahead of you to take the more dominating cornerback's eyes off of you. Like, you're going to end up with one of the best positions on the field, so make the fucking most of it, please.
I agree. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm just saying it right now. It's a mandate. If they go ahead and fail at wide receiver again this year, and they have to go ahead and try to look into the bargain bazaar bin in free agency to try to get one, I am going to lose my shit. I'm telling you, I'm going to lose it.
But are you not confident with the 3 guys that they got? Obviously, Michael Gallup has some question marks, but like Brandon Cooks, I think people are. I get it. He's been traded from a million teams, but I think people are kind of looking away from what the guy's done in the NFL. He's had what 6? No,
he's solid. Yeah,
he's solid.
He's solid.
He's a great compliment to CD and Michael Gallup. And Michael Gallup, if he comes back to how he was pre-injury, even a little bit. Yes. I love the 3 guys that we have in our top 3 spots.
I look at it like this, right? Is that I'm not down on the wide receiving core. I think if everybody plays up to their potential, Gallup comes back and plays well, we should be fine. If Coach continues to do what he does, we should be fine. If we get some production out of the tight end position, we should be fine. The running back position definitely does. I have questions about, right? Because if the running game is not great this year, then play action is going to be very difficult. And Dak is a very good play action quarterback. So if that's not an option, that's a concern, right? So we have to find a way to hopefully be productive at running back this year, because if we're not, then those wideouts really are going to have to do extra, and they're going to have to try to get as much separation as possible. And sometimes those guys have difficulty doing that.
Yep.
Well, that's the biggest concern is giving Dak just everything he needs, and
by drafting all defensive players.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I thought they were going to do, is like, there's going to be no mistake, because I was pretty confident with the defense they had. But when you look at the picks, I'm an easily convinced person. Okay, I'm starting to see. Okay, well, let's just like get that elite D. But it does leave a lot of questions, because if, knock on wood, I don't want to see it happen. I don't think anyone on this call does either. But if we lose one of our offensive linemen, it gets a little scary, doesn't it?
Yep.
Like, who's the depth player anymore? McGovern's gone, and he was kind of that big safety net who could fill a couple roles, even if not all were very, very good. But like, who's the backup now? I guess they are high on that Witzowski guy or whatever the hell his name is. He's got a huge, massive wingspan on him. And then who was it? Ball, maybe? Or am I getting that name wrong? Who was moved from tackle to guard or something like that? So there have been some like... Pardon?
Josh Ball?
I thought so. Maybe I'm getting the name wrong, but there was a player who was moved, who they were talking about anyways, moving into a guard position. I don't know how accurate that was, or if I'm just making that up.
Tackle. I wasn't impressed by anything I saw from Ball. You know, like, as a matter of fact, there was that one game where Peters had to step in for him and basically save the day because he was messing up so bad. So I hope they're not putting their faith in Josh Ball. That would be really discouraging.
Yeah, if I read